Have you ever wondered if there are signs that we might easily overlook in our daily lives, yet they carry an important message about the health of our loved ones? Have you ever noticed that the person you love eats irregularly, their clothes become looser over time, or your conversations gradually become quieter and less lively? These are early signs that the body sends, subtle messages about the inevitable changes that occur as age increases, and the body's systems gradually switch to energy conservation mode. Today, I will share with you 6 important signs that you and your loved ones often overlook, especially the last one, which will help you understand the onset of your decline. So, stay with me until the end of this video, and I will reveal that to you. Remember, recognizing these signs is not meant to cause fear, but to help us better prepare, care for our loved ones properly, and cherish every moment spent with them. Every moment of life is a gift, and it is our understanding and empathy that will create a journey full of kindness, gentleness, and meaning. Before we dive into each topic, I would really appreciate it if you could help by hitting the like button. If you find this content useful, share to spread the message to more people. And don't forget to click the subscribe button on our channel so you won't miss any upcoming videos. Also, please leave a comment below to share your experiences. Perhaps when you noticed unusual signs in your loved ones or special moments you've shared together. Your sharing will help our community become more connected and inspiring. Warning 1. Warning through significant weight loss. When it comes to weight loss in the elderly, many people first think of the natural aging process. However, unintentional weight loss, especially when it occurs rapidly and without clear cause, is actually one of the warning signs that the body is undergoing serious changes. In this section, we will analyze in detail the phenomenon of unexplained weight loss, why it happens, its consequences, and how to recognize these signs early so you can proactively care for your loved ones in the best way possible. Weight loss in the elderly is not just about losing a few loose clothes. It is a signal that the body is struggling with nutrient absorption, protein processing, and maintaining muscle mass. When the body does not receive enough nutrition, important organs begin to weaken, increasing the risk of falls, infections, and other complications. Therefore, recognizing the sign of weight loss early and intervening promptly can not only improve quality of life, but also help extend life safely and fully. There are many causes of unintentional weight loss in the elderly, including reduced appetite. As people age, their sense of taste and smell may decline, making eating less appealing. Many begin to skip meals or eat less without realizing it. Digestive issues. The decline in digestive function, such as slow digestion or reduced absorption ability, means the body isn't getting enough nutrients from food. Chronic illnesses, diseases like cancer, heart failure, liver disease, kidney disease, or metabolic disorders can lead to rapid weight loss due to their direct impact on nutrient absorption and utilization. Medication side effects. Many medications used to treat chronic illnesses can reduce appetite or cause digestive problems, contributing to uncontrolled weight loss. Psychological factors. Feelings of sadness, depression, or loss of motivation to live can also lead to insufficient eating, creating a vicious cycle that weakens the body further. Once you identify unexplained weight loss, the first and most important step is to adjust the diet accordingly. Increase nutrient-rich meals. Choose easily digestible but nutrient-dense foods like porridge, soups, soft vegetables, minced meats, and protein supplements. Smaller meals. Instead of forcing the elderly to eat a large meal, break it into smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day to help the digestive system absorb nutrients better. Supplement vitamins and minerals. Supplements like vitamin B, vitamin D, calcium, and iron can help improve body function and support energy recovery. For cases of uncontrolled weight loss, close monitoring by medical professionals is essential. Regular health checkups. Taking the elderly for regular health checkups can help detect abnormal signs early and adjust the care plan in time. Nutritional counseling. Consult with a nutritionist to create a suitable menu that ensures the elderly receive all the necessary nutrients for their body. Monitor health indicators. Using medical indicators and regularly tracking weight can help families notice changes early and intervene promptly. Care doesn't stop at physical aspects, but also requires attention to the elderly's mental well-being. Create a warm and comfortable living space. A positive living environment with family and community connections can improve mood and encourage better eating habits. Encourage social interaction. Engaging in social activities, joining senior clubs, or simply spending time talking with loved ones can help reduce feelings of loneliness and depression. Listen and share. Sometimes, just having someone to listen and share can be a powerful mental boost that improves overall health. Intervening in sudden weight loss is extremely important and can significantly improve health. Let me share the story of Mrs. Henry, a 79-year-old woman living with her family in a small town. At first, her family noticed that Mrs. Henry looked lighter. Her clothes gradually became looser, and she no longer ate like before. However, they thought it was just part of the normal aging process and didn't pay much attention. One day, noticing that her mother was losing weight rapidly, her son decided to take her for a checkup and discovered that she was experiencing unexplained weight loss, a symptom of chronic digestive issues combined with malabsorption. Thanks to this, Mrs. Henry was able to intervene promptly with a nutrient-rich diet, digestive enzyme supplements, and other health support measures. Although the treatment process was quite difficult, thanks to early recognition, Mrs. Henry was able to improve her quality of life and spend more meaningful time with her family. Have you ever noticed an abnormal weight loss in your loved ones? Please share the specific signs you've observed and how your family dealt with this issue. Warning 2. Fatigue and muscle. Weakness. Fatigue is a common symptom in the elderly, but when it is no longer just the feeling of being tired after a long day and instead becomes a prolonged condition that does not improve with rest, it can be an important warning sign. Chronic fatigue in the elderly not only reduces their ability to participate in daily activities, but also serves as a sign of serious health issues, such as cardiovascular dysfunction, diabetes, kidney failure, or even weakening of the musculoskeletal system. Fatigue is a result of many factors, including the decline in organ function, especially when the elderly face the aging process. As the body gradually loses its ability to maintain essential physiological functions, it channels energy into sustaining vital organs, leading to a decrease in physical strength. This decline can make everyday activities difficult, and the elderly may feel exhausted after simple tasks, such as walking, standing up, sitting down, or even talking. Another key factor is the decline in the function of the heart and lungs. When the heart can no longer pump blood effectively to provide oxygen to the body, muscles do not receive enough energy to function, causing the elderly to feel fatigued quickly. Additionally, poor circulation reduces blood flow to the muscles, depriving them of oxygen and essential nutrients, leading to feelings of exhaustion. Think about the days when you feel too tired to do anything else, but after resting, you feel refreshed. However, for the elderly, this feeling may not disappear completely after a good night's sleep or a nice meal. This is why fatigue that does not improve is an important sign that families need to be aware of in order to care for the elderly properly. The decline in muscle strength in the elderly can be explained by several physiological factors. Decline in muscle cells. The aging process leads to a decrease in the production of new muscle cells, while old muscle cells degenerate over time. Reduced protein absorption. As people age, their bodies lose the ability to effectively absorb and utilize protein. This leads to muscle loss and makes the body more prone to weakness, especially in individuals who do not receive sufficient nutrition. Declining cardiovascular function. With aging, the function of the heart and circulatory system also decreases, preventing the heart from pumping blood and oxygen efficiently to the muscles, resulting in fatigue, shortness of breath, and muscle weakness. Slow recovery ability. The elderly have a much slower recovery time after physical activities. This makes them more likely to feel fatigued after activities that they could easily do in the past. Diet plays a crucial role in improving health and reducing fatigue for the elderly. Easy to digest, nutrient-dense meals will help the elderly maintain energy and improve physical strength. Protein-rich foods like lean meat, fish, eggs, and legumes will help the body rebuild muscle mass and maintain overall health. In addition, providing enough water and supplements of vitamins is very important for keeping the body healthy and energized. Some foods that can help boost strength and reduce fatigue include leafy greens and fruits. These provide essential vitamins and minerals for the body. Omega-3 rich foods like salmon and walnuts, which help reduce inflammation and improve cardiovascular health. Iron-rich foods such as red meat and leafy green vegetables, which help boost energy. One effective way to reduce fatigue is to maintain light physical activities such as walking, yoga, or aerobics. These exercises not only help improve physical health, but also boost mood, reduce stress, and alleviate anxiety. Encourage the elderly to participate in these activities daily, even if it's just for 10 to 15 minutes. Mental support plays a crucial role in reducing fatigue. A gentle conversation, care, and encouragement from family members can help the elderly feel more optimistic and improve their mood. Spend time listening to them, share joyful and positive moments to motivate them. Let's also hear the story of Mrs. Emmy. Mrs. Emmy, a 75-year-old woman, had always been proud of her health for many years. However, in the past few months, she began to feel unusually tired. Simple tasks like gardening, walking, or even chatting with friends left her feeling exhausted. Her family initially thought it was just a sign of aging, but when she started feeling pain and shortness of breath after activity, they decided to take her for a checkup. The results showed that she had heart failure and anemia. Thanks to early detection, Mrs. Emmy received timely treatment and her health significantly improved. Her story highlights the importance of listening to the body and recognizing prolonged fatigue signs early. Therefore, we need to pay attention to our loved ones as they age. Have you ever noticed prolonged fatigue in your loved ones that couldn't be alleviated by rest? Can you share the effective care methods you have applied to help reduce fatigue for your loved ones? Warning 3. Cognitive decline and emotional withdrawal. As age increases, the aging process affects the brain, reducing the ability to process information, recall important details, and even recognize familiar people and places. Mental fatigue can also lead the elderly to withdraw from social activities, reducing their ability to interact with family, friends, and the community. Cognitive decline is not just a change in memory, but also a change in how the elderly approach the world around them, perceive events, and interact with loved ones. This can lead to feelings of loneliness, lack of confidence, and sometimes conflicts with those around them, especially when others don't fully understand these changes. Studies show that the aging process can also affect neurotransmitters, such as dopamine and serotonin, two important chemicals that help regulate emotions and behaviors. When these chemicals decline, the elderly may easily feel anxious, depressed, or even lose interest in activities they once enjoyed. Cognitive decline in the elderly can be the result of reduced function of the brain and nervous systems. As age increases, the natural degeneration of nerve cells occurs, leading to a decline in abilities such as short-term and long-term memory. The aging process makes it harder to take in and store information. Remembering small details in daily life, like the name of someone you just met or tasks you need to do during the day, can become difficult. Recognition and decision-making ability. As nerve cells weaken, the ability to process information and make decisions is also affected. The elderly may struggle with planning, making quick decisions, and even distinguishing between what is important and what isn't. Sense of space and time. Cognitive disorders can make it hard for the elderly to recognize spatial and temporal relationships. They may forget the way home or feel confused when they meet familiar people. Mr. Alex, an 88-year-old man, was once an active individual who participated in community activities. However, in the past year, he began to show clear signs of cognitive decline. He could no longer remember past conversations, didn't recognize the names of old friends, and frequently got lost when going outside. At first, his family thought it was just a sign of normal aging, but when he started becoming irritable and less communicative, they decided to take him for an exam. The doctor diagnosed him with cognitive decline and depression. After starting treatment and attending therapy sessions, his condition improved significantly. Mr. Alex gradually reconnected with his family and friends, although he still needs to be monitored. Have you ever noticed signs of cognitive decline in your loved ones? What have you done to help them? How to care for the elderly with cognitive and emotional decline. Create a safe and comfortable living environment. Encourage social interaction. Create intellectual activities. Cognitive and emotional decline is an unavoidable part of the aging process, but when recognized and addressed appropriately, we can help the elderly maintain their quality of life and create loving, meaningful moments. Providing mental care and supporting the elderly through this stage is not only a responsibility, but also a demonstration of love and respect. Let's work together to help the elderly live their final years in a complete and meaningful way. Warning: 4. Frequent infections and slow healing process. As the body ages, the natural aging process affects all systems, with the immune system being one of the most important. The decrease in immune cells, reduced antibody production, and changes in white blood cell function all contribute to a diminished ability to fight off pathogens. Some key aspects of immune system decline in the elderly include decreased number of T and B lymphocytes. These cells play a key role in recognizing and destroying bacteria and viruses. When their number and function decrease, the ability to recognize and respond quickly to pathogens also weakens. Reduced antibody effectiveness. When antibody production declines, the body's ability to protect against bacteria and viruses becomes more difficult, increasing the risk of infections. Cytokine changes. These immune mediators help regulate inflammation. In the elderly, an imbalance in cytokines can cause prolonged inflammation, which contributes to slower wound healing. The wound healing process in the elderly is often prolonged due to the following underlying causes. Poor circulation. When circulation is ineffective, the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to the injured area is limited. This slows down tissue regeneration, prolonging the healing process. Reduced collagen production. Collagen is an essential protein that aids in skin and connective tissue regeneration. In the elderly, the ability to produce collagen decreases, leading to slower healing of wounds. Secondary infections. If a small wound becomes infected, the healing process can be completely hindered. A weakened immune system makes it difficult for the body to control bacterial spread, leading to persistent infections. Inadequate nutrition. A deficiency in essential vitamins, minerals, and proteins is also an important factor that slows down the healing process. Poor nutrition directly affects the body's ability to regenerate tissues. In addition to immune system decline due to aging, many chronic diseases also contribute to an increased risk of infections and slow healing. Some common diseases include diabetes. People with diabetes often have difficulty controlling their blood sugar levels, leading to blood circulation issues and reduced wound healing ability. Cardiovascular diseases, heart dysfunction, and poor blood circulation are also causes that limit oxygen and nutrient delivery to tissues, thus slowing recovery. Liver and kidney diseases. These organs play a crucial role in detoxifying the body. When they don't function efficiently, accumulated toxins can hinder the healing process and increase the risk of infections. Mrs. Anna, 82 years old, was once the picture of a strong and independent woman. However, in a short period, her family noticed that she frequently suffered from colds, mild pneumonia, and even small cuts from bumps that didn't heal quickly. Initially, they thought these were just minor issues commonly found in the elderly, but her condition showed no improvement and even worsened. After monitoring her, the doctor discovered that Mrs. Anna was experiencing severe immune system decline. Combined with poor circulation and insufficient nutrition, her wounds were not healing quickly, allowing bacteria to enter and cause recurring infections. Her family, together with the doctor, developed a care plan that included nutritional supplements, light exercise, and regular medical monitoring. After a few months of treatment and lifestyle changes, Mrs. Anna's condition improved significantly. Her wounds gradually healed, and the frequency of infections decreased noticeably. A balanced, nutrient-rich diet is crucial for boosting the immune system and supporting the healing process. Some practical suggestions include increased protein intake. Protein-rich foods like fish, lean meat, tofu, eggs, and beans provide essential amino acids needed for tissue regeneration. Supplement vitamins and minerals. Vitamin C, E, zinc, iron, and antioxidants are nutrients that help strengthen the immune system and promote wound healing. Ensure adequate water intake. Water plays an important role in maintaining blood circulation and helping to eliminate toxins from the body, supporting tissue recovery. Easily digestible foods. Foods like soups, porridge, and soft-cooked vegetables will help the elderly absorb nutrients easily without straining the digestive system. Regular health checkups and monitoring important indicators will help detect early signs of abnormalities. Some measures include regular health checkups. Take the elderly for health checks at least every 3 to 6 months to monitor blood pressure, blood sugar levels, and signs of infections. Monitor weight and wounds. Keep a record and closely monitor the healing process of wounds so that timely adjustments can be made if signs of infection are detected. Consult experts. When abnormal signs are detected, quickly consult a specialist to receive timely diagnosis and treatment. Warning 5. Changes in breathing and circulation. The cardiovascular function of the elderly can decline due to various factors, with aging being the most important one. As age increases, arteries become less elastic, which reduces blood circulation. This can lead to high blood pressure, decreased circulation, and problems such as heart failure. Some physiological factors related to the decline of cardiovascular function include reduced elasticity of blood vessel walls. As people age, blood vessels lose elasticity, reducing blood flow. This can lead to high blood pressure, especially in those with cardiovascular diseases. Weakened heart muscle. The heart muscle also weakens over time, making it less effective at pumping blood. When the heart doesn't function well, the body doesn't receive enough oxygen and nutrients, leading to fatigue, shortness of breath, and chest pain. Arteriosclerosis, hardening of the arteries. Arteriosclerosis occurs when cholesterol plaques build up on the artery walls, causing blood vessels to narrow. This reduces the ability to transport blood to vital organs, especially when the heart needs to work harder. Similar to the cardiovascular system, the respiratory system of the elderly also undergoes significant changes over time. The physiological mechanisms of respiratory function decline include reduced lung capacity. As age increases, the muscles and connective tissues in the lungs weaken, leading to reduced lung capacity and a decreased ability to absorb oxygen. This makes it difficult for the elderly to breathe when exercising or performing physically demanding tasks, such as climbing stairs or walking for long periods. Reduced efficiency in gas exchange. The decline of lung function causes the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide to become less efficient than before. This reduces the amount of oxygen in the blood, leading to oxygen deficiency, causing fatigue, dizziness, and sometimes fainting. Weakening of respiratory muscles. Respiratory muscles play an important role in assisting with breathing. As the body ages, these muscles become weaker, reducing the ability to take deep breaths and making it harder to maintain normal breathing activities. Factors that increase the risk of respiratory and cardiovascular problems. unhealthy diet. A diet high in salt, saturated fats, and sugars can increase blood pressure, cholesterol, and the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Smoking. Smoking damages both the heart and lungs, increasing the risk of respiratory diseases, including chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and lung cancer. Lack of physical activity. A lack of physical activity reduces cardiovascular and respiratory capabilities, making the body more prone to circulatory and respiratory issues. Mr. John, 76 years old, a strong and enthusiastic man who used to actively participate in sports and was the center of family gatherings, started experiencing shortness of breath when climbing stairs or even walking around his house. Initially, his family thought it was just fatigue from aging, but as his condition worsened and he began experiencing dizziness and prolonged shortness of breath, they decided to take him for a checkup. The result was that Mr. John had heart and lung failure. The doctor explained that the decline in respiratory and circulatory function had led to these symptoms of shortness of breath and fatigue. He was prescribed medication and treated in a timely manner, and his family also changed his living environment to create a quiet and easily accessible space for him. After several months of treatment and recovery, he was able to rejoin family conversations and activities, though he still needed to monitor his health carefully. Care measures for elderly individuals with respiratory and circulatory changes. Create a convenient living environment. Encourage light physical exercises. Maintain a balanced diet. Provide emotional support. Warning 6. Changes in disease frequency and recovery ability. One of the reasons why the elderly are more prone to infections is the natural weakening of the body's immune system over time. The immune system of the elderly not only reduces its ability to detect and respond to pathogens, but also tends to react more slowly and weakly. Some factors that lead to the increased frequency of infections in the elderly include decreased ability to recognize bacteria and viruses. Immune cells, especially T and B cells, play a key role in recognizing and destroying pathogens. However, as the elderly age, the number and function of these cells gradually decline, reducing the body's ability to fight infections. Weakened immune response. As people age, the immune system becomes less responsive to pathogens, leading to slower immune reactions. The body doesn't produce enough antibodies to fight bacteria and viruses, making the elderly more susceptible to illness. Underlying diseases. The elderly often have multiple chronic conditions such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and chronic lung disease. These conditions weaken the immune system and increase the risk of infections. The recovery ability of the elderly is also significantly diminished due to various factors. The elderly body cannot produce and regenerate cells, tissues, and essential nutrients as efficiently as before. Factors that contribute to reduced recovery ability include decreased collagen and connective tissue production. Collagen is the main protein that helps wounds heal and regenerate tissue. As the elderly age, the ability to produce collagen and connective tissue decreases, causing wounds to heal more slowly and become more susceptible to infection. Weakened major organs. Organs such as the kidneys, liver, and heart also weaken with age. When these organs do not function efficiently, the body cannot quickly process and eliminate waste, bacteria, or viruses, slowing the recovery process. Poor nutrition. The elderly often experience nutritional deficiencies, such as lack of protein, vitamin C and zinc, nutrients essential for cell regeneration and wound healing. This severely affects their ability to fight infections and recover their health. Mrs. Alicia, 80 years old, was a woman who loved outdoor activities and was always actively involved in family gatherings. However, one winter, she contracted severe pneumonia and had to be hospitalized. Due to her weakened body and compromised immune system, Mrs. Alicia took a long time to fully recover. After being discharged, she no longer had the energy to participate in physical activities as she did before, and she started feeling sad and lonely. Her family noticed these signs and decided to support her by encouraging her to participate in light exercises such as short walks and join in family conversations. Gradually, Mrs. Alicia regained confidence and began returning to her favorite activities. Her story is a testament to the fact that although recovery in the elderly can take time, mental support and encouragement from family are crucial in helping them regain their health. Care measures for elderly individuals with frequent infections and slow recovery. Nutritional care, a diet rich in protein, supplementing vitamins and minerals, encouraging gentle exercise, walking and yoga, increasing physical activity. Regular health monitoring helps detect early signs of infection and changes in recovery ability. Periodic health checkups should include cardiovascular function tests, respiratory function tests, screening for underlying diseases. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. We've explored and learned about the important health changes in the elderly, from the decline in cardiovascular and respiratory functions to the increased frequency of infections and slow recovery. These signs not only help us recognize health problems early, but also assist families in preparing emotionally and caring for their loved ones during this critical phase. Although this is not an easy topic, early recognition of changes in the elderly's health will help us make the right decisions, support them in the best way, and ensure their quality of life in their final years. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to click like and share to spread the message to more people. Please leave a comment below sharing your story or asking questions, as we would love to hear your feedback and discuss further how to care for the elderly. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any future videos on healthcare and other useful knowledge for daily life. Finally, remember that what we do today not only helps our loved ones live a healthy life, but also creates precious and fulfilling memories with them. Thank you for watching the video, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.